tweet the other day about evening up the penalty at the end.
Yeah.
What do you think about
that? I think that the stats bear out that over a course of years that has tended to be the case, that most games have ended up with a 1 or 2 penalty difference, and probably where you can even up the count, you probably will do, because like you said, it leads you to less scrutiny from one side or the other. But this year we are seeing quite a few unbalanced penalty counts, so I don't think that, Silverwood's a few years removed from the fraternity of referees now.
He also likes a bit of controversy, doesn't he? He likes a bit of attention in that.
Yeah, so I'm not certain that it's the edict at the moment, to be completely honest. But
so, fan views, Rob got in touch. They deserve.
We haven't done individual stats. Do you want me to whiz through it?
Yeah, sure.
Ryan Hampshire, 3 offloads, 176 metres. Reece Lynn, 1 try, 16 tackle busts, that's a big number, and 163 metres. The Pink Panther, David Fafita, bullied his way to 2 tries, 10 marker tackles, 13 tackle busts. It's a funny one, isn't it? I just came up with it. 13 tackle busts, 2 clean breaks, 134 metres, and Kyle Wood with a try assist and 42 tackles going both ways. For Huddersfield, Jerry McGilvery, the ever-present stats roundup man. 1 try, 5 tackle busts, 2 clean breaks, 126 metres. Jordan Turner, 125 metres. Akuma Tai, 134 metres. And Cruz Leeming, 42 tackles. The first of the fan reviews.
Rob says they deserved it more, but that was heartbreaking. Thought Darnell had another good game.
Dave said, to say we didn't have Wardle or Gaskell, who has been our best player recently, we did alright to keep them out. But for Fafita, when he starts running, you aren't stopping him. But at least we are not as shit as Leeds.
Not yet. Mark W, unlucky to lose that one. We were dominant for most of the game, but didn't score enough, meaning a slow first 10 and a fatigue final 10 were enough to stop us getting a win. We've obviously got a few out, but the last minute losses of Gaskell and Wardle really hurt us. Wakey fans put up the full 80 minutes of ref abuse like I've never seen before, despite being on the better end of the penalty count for the entire game.
Wakey White, who I think we can remove from the Wakey fans ref abuse angle, because I think he's more considered than that. He said, a really good game down at Bellevue. Strong defence from both sides being the main theme. Reece Lynn was immense. He simply refused to be tackled for most of the game. 16 tackle busts. Really pleased to win a tight one, and Bruffy kicking the winning drop goal against his old club was nice for the script. Wakey really need to get that left edge patched up though.
So yeah, Huddersfield were winning for the majority of this, because it came up on Sky on the side bits.
Well, I haven't been able to find the highlights of this game, so all I've literally seen is Danny Bruss drop goal, so that has to be our highlight moment, I think.
it was good, so...
But yeah, you're right, so Huddersfield led it 10-6 and 10-4 at half-time, and right up until the 73rd minute when Fafita went over for his second, Huddersfield were ahead.
I mean... We shouldn't be surprised, because Wakefield, they've come, 5th for the last 4 seasons, or something like that?
Yeah, 2.
They are... Well, I'll say 4, because it's my maths.
Yeah.
But they're becoming a stronger force. Will we see them in the top... Well, actually, top 5 is great this year, isn't it, because they've changed the rules again. But, I don't know, there just seems to be something different about them this year.
A little bit more resilient. The squad that they've got.
I mean, they've got Bruff, and Bruff obviously wants to prove himself this year.
Yeah, and Bruff pretty much probably is tolerable for a year.
Yeah,
after a year he'll start to grate on his teammates, but I think it's probably tolerable for a year rather than moaning.
Especially while they're winning.
Yeah,
And does this feel like last chance saloon for Bruff?
It is. He can't have many more seasons left. And none of the clubs higher up in the sort of expectations, shall we say, none of the teams with shorter odds with the bookies for the titles are going to be going out signing Danny Bruff at this stage of his career. So yeah, potentially so. It sounds like David Fafita was absolutely immense. He has been for so much of this year for them as well, though, hasn't he? Is he a player that you did wish that the rumours that Leeds were in for would have come true? Especially
because they were at the time that we played them, and he basically did us over. And he was just powerful. Like, at one point, 4 players to take him down. And then we saw the Pink Pants right in front of the South Stand. Yeah. I was right for that game, Leeds versus Wakefield. I was actually the new South Stand. The coaches are up near the fans, and I was sat behind Chris Chester. There was 2 seats in front of me, and Chris Chester was there. And obviously the coaches towards the end of the game go down to the sideline, and Chris Cheshire, really, really good, recycling, started packing up all his water bottles because he drank about 8 during the match, packed them all up, and then and at that point Leeds had scored a try, so I just shouted, "Sit down, Chester, the game's not over, the comeback's on." And he turned around, gave me a smile, and then left. But it's
threw his bottles at you.
Yeah, I'd have taken it. But yeah, I didn't like being on Sky at that game because it was not the best shot of me. But because I've got the ticker hat on, in the winter games.
And you were cleanly shaven, which isn't
me.
It's not my preference of your face.
Thanks, darling. Looking so bad yourself.
I like a bit of rough.
So I think that's all we can say on this game.
Pretty much, isn't it? The referee thing with Wakefield fans, they are, in my experience, the worst ref faulters as individuals. I don't know if it's because, there's less of them. It's not a big stadium. It's a compact stadium, and there's less people there, so you can hear individual voices a little bit more because there's not really that many away fans there as well. So I don't know if that adds to it. But I always find whenever I'm walking away from the ground, whether Wakefield have won or lost, when I walk into my car, all I hear is Wakefield fans moaning about the referee, whether they've won or lost.
I just don't
know if it's a cultural thing at that club in that fan base.
I don't know where we go with referees because, I mean, there doesn't appear to be any new ones coming into Super League. I mean, the fact is that you can pretty much guess who your referee is going to be based on who you've had. There's basically four.
Well, actually, this weekend, Jack Smith and Gareth Hewer, so 2 part-time championship referees in my mind, had Super League games this week, and I'm not sure if that was to do with maybe people like Tom Grant who've been in the firing line a bit recently from some of the coaches not getting a game every week to keep, and Scott Michaelauskas did get a game actually, but build these people through. I don't know.
Yeah, it just feels like, I mean, the Jack Smith was he the veteran?
Yes.
Yeah, it just felt like we built him up, and then he just got so much abuse that he just went back down.
Well, he didn't know how to hold a consistent 10. I mean, it's basics. No, I'm joking. You're right. But we'll get on to his game then, because we don't, like I say, we haven't seen much from this game, so we don't have much to say other than highlight those few moments that we just talked about and move on. So, the last game on Friday night was Warrington versus London. It finished 48 points to 12. It was 20-0 to Warrington at half time. 11,718 were there. They did a ticket initiative, I think, to fill up the empty end, basically. Yeah. Jack Smith refereed this game. In terms of the teams, this was a comprehensive win for Warrington. 7 breaks to 1, 9 tries to 2, 330 more metres at 1.8 metres per carry better average gain. London were under 900 metres. You're not going to win a game if you're going under 900 metres very often. Individually, Tom Lydham, that waste of a wing spot, according to Tom Andrews. Tom Lydham got 3 tries, 2 clean breaks for 108 metres. Ryan Atkins, 1 try, 11 tackle busts and 152 metres. Blake Austin, 2 tries, 2 try assists, 2 clean breaks, 102 metres. And it looks like people haven't cottoned on to the fact that he's probably going to dummy when he's near the line.
Yes.
Ben Curry with a try assist, 47 tackles, 13 of which were mark tackles. A couple of shifts put in by London players worthy of note. Elwar Pelissier, 42 tackles, 11 marker tackles, and Greg Richards, 1 try assist and 42 tackles.
Those are some big cuddles. So, Mike Dodd, 22. Comfortable win for the Wire after London made it a tough first 20 minutes. I was impressed with James Meadows, who's making his Super League debut for the Broncos. Great to see so many youngsters at the Halliwell Jones as part of another great marketing team from the Wire this year.
Tom Eckley said, not the highest quality of games, but a win's a win. Davies solid on debut, and the spine continues to be brilliant. More great initiative from the marketing department, packing out the away end with school kids. Did it great to build an atmosphere.
Next page. Oh, you do it. Lee Whitnell, despite the scoreline, London didn't disgrace themselves. They were close to the try line so many times but couldn't get it over. I think this crushed their spirit. In attack, we teased and probed till we found a way through, then just kept the scoreboard ticking over. We filled the away end with local school kids and their families on £1 tickets. A great initiative at a fullish stadium really added to the occasion. More
credit for the Warrington marketing team there.
Yeah.
Well done to them, keeping their average attendance up in a game against the London Broncos is impressive. What I understand from this game, those guys have explained pretty well, especially Lee. London actually had a lot of field position and possession in the game. And it sounds like the young halfback pairing that they had out there, which was Morgan Smith, who formerly of Warrington, and young James Meadows, actually did okay. It was just that final play that their forwards could run onto balls strong but not quite have enough speed, strength or power to get through a Warrington defence. They could get the ball out wide but not quite hit their winger with the final pass, whereas Warrington, when they got up the other end, really did do that with what they did. I think the try that looks the most interesting to watch will have been Ryan Atkins' try, where he ran probably 60 metres or so on a break and then decided to ignore everyone around him because we know he's greedy. He got tackled, but he wasn't held, so he got back up, broke a couple more tackles and scored. You've got to credit him for that perseverance and effort.
You play to the ref's whistle, don't you?
Yeah. So well done on that. And yeah, like Blake Austin throwing more dummies again, turning people around. He's probably the main man again you've got to expect with a...
I mean, these are the sort of score lines that you were expecting London to have most games when they came up.
Particularly away games.
Especially considering just how late the promotion was based on the season and recruitment. All the other teams have gotten their pick of the players realistically.
It's a team that lost their best player rather than added too much to the squad. And the one player that they really added, probably, was that forward whose name escapes me right now from down under. And he's not fit to play at the moment, so... But
no, they're doing better than Leeds. That's all I'm saying. But no, I mean, so let's talk a little bit about the marketing initiative. They are... It's really... It's Leeds are doing it this week where kids can come free. Just trying to fill the stands and get them in. I think that it helps teams like Warrington and Leeds more because we own the stadium and we get the bar money. We get other... When you're like the DW, we can get a percentage of any of the food and beverage and stuff like that. So... It doesn't actually matter. Like if for
the purposes of an audio medium, I was shaking my head there to say no.
I'd taken a drink. Yeah. So an extra 3,000 on the gate paying nothing actually doesn't help you, apart from it looks good on the cameras. And maybe in the merch shop a little bit. But actually, with the Leeds and a Warrington who actually own their stadiums, it actually makes a decent difference on the bottom line.
Yeah, it does depend on how they have their deals worked out with their suppliers as well. If it's a fixed deal that they pay a rent for that space, then you don't get any more for it, do you? But you might be able to negotiate a better price for future seasons and stuff like that. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I just think you can't overdo initiatives like this. You can't overdo it.
No.
But it's good to do them strategically placed at the right time. So Wigan had some special ticket offers for the Catalan home game, where your mum or your nan could get in for free, and we had special tickets in the North Stand where autism awareness things were going on and stuff like that. And then Warrington have done this, like you say, Leeds are doing an initiative. I think if you target the games where you know you're going to get smaller away support,
you're not going to do it on the Saints derby, are you?
No, and you shouldn't have to.
Yeah,
what you're doing here is opening yourself up to the community when there's a really clear opportunity to do so. And it's clever because you're not going to piss off the core fans too much with these deals. You're still going to annoy a few of them because money's tight, people feel like they're getting cheated out of something here when someone else is getting in for a bargain price. But at the same time, if you don't do it all the time,
I don't mind it.
It's not the only initiative Warrington have run this year, and lots of the initiatives that Warrington are running this year are not about discount tickets.
No, and all the social media stuff, they've been on it. All the Wolfie stuff and things like that, it's been really good. The thing that I like about this is, it gets them in. Can you imagine all them kids there? They've just seen the team wall up another team. 48-12. Yeah, we're the champions, they're the winners. Dad, go and get me a shirt. I want to come next week. That's what we're trying to encourage. So if you're any other team, unless it Leeds, a game that you're definitely going to win, get the kids in free so they can experience a bit of victory.
Well, yeah.
That's one of the reasons Manchester United has so many fans. Because they keep winning. This is I hate to say it, this could be Warrington's year. So let's get the kids in, let's make them fans for life.
They're doing other things at Warrington, aren't they? Like, I've been to 2 games there this season so far, and they have Clint Boone, the indie music DJ, playing all those sorts of classic like Manchester hits. So most of the adult males in the crowd are probably of an age where they can enjoy that as a soundtrack to the game. Then they've got a really fun half-time game.
The one where... So the one that I had, it was the race.
Yeah.
Is that the same one?
So they bring back